Hey everyone, and welcome back to AI Podcasts. Before we jump into today's topic, a quick reminder to take that 2 minute survey we posted in the group. We really appreciate your feedback. It helps us shape the show. Now, for those of you joining us on this exploration of AI voice synthesis, we're about to take a deep dive into the world of ElevenLabs. Over the last 4 episodes, we've been tracing the evolution of this technology from the early days of robotic text-to-speech systems to the neural networks making synthesized voices sound so incredibly human-like. Today, we're zeroing in on ElevenLabs. They're doing more than just creating realistic voices. They're pushing the boundaries of expressiveness, making AI voices that can convey emotion with incredible nuance and depth. Ready to hear what we've discovered? Here's the short version. ElevenLabs has refined technologies like Tacotron and WaveNet to capture those subtle qualities of human speech. They've really honed their text processing to understand not just the words, but the emotions behind them, using things like contextual tags to guide the AI. They're even training their models to recognize and reproduce those tiny emotional cues that make a voice truly believable.
So what does this mean for you? Well, imagine immersive audiobooks where AI narrators embody different characters, or interactive voice assistants that can understand and respond to your emotions, or even personalized AI companions that offer support and companionship with a genuine human touch. That's the kind of future ElevenLabs is building. And the best part, they're making this technology accessible. You can create custom voice clones, tailor voices to your needs, and there are different pricing tiers fit everyone from individuals to large companies. Now, of course, creating realistic AI voices has its challenges. ElevenLabs is tackling these head-on, working to prevent that robotic sound, ensuring the technology is computationally efficient, and making sure the voices flow naturally in conversation. Now, some of you might be thinking, aren't there already big players in the text-to-speech space? Absolutely. We've got Google's WaveNet, Amazon Polly, Microsoft Azure. But ElevenLabs is setting themselves apart by focusing on voices that are not just realistic, but emotionally rich. It's not just about reading words accurately. It's about conveying the feeling, the intention behind them. And of course, we can't forget the ethical side of things. Realistic AI voices could be misused, and ElevenLabs is working to prevent that. They've implemented safeguards to ensure responsible use of their technology. So that was the quick summary for anyone who wants the key points. For those of you who want a deep dive, stick around. Okay, let's unpack what makes ElevenLabs' approach unique. They're not just using off-the-shelf neural network models, they're refining them in some really fascinating ways. What stands out to you about their technology?
Well, I'm captivated by how they're going beyond the standard Tacotron and WaveNet models. They're not just using them as is, they're refining them to capture the essence of human speech. For instance, they've enhanced Tacotron with advanced acoustic models, specifically designed to detect those minute emotional and tonal shifts that give a voice its unique character. And with WaveNet, it seems they've added more layers to the vocoder, the component that actually generates the audio. This allows them to mimic a wider spectrum of human emotions like excitement, calmness, even urgency.
It's almost as if they're teaching the AI to feel, not just speak. How do they go beyond just pronunciation and capture the emotion embedded in a voice?
Well, their focus on text processing and semantic understanding is key here. They've developed a system that analyzes text not just for its phonetic sounds, but also for its meaning and emotional context. Think about punctuation for a second. An exclamation point signals excitement, while a question mark suggests curiosity. ElevenLabs' system recognizes these cues and adjusts the voice's tone accordingly. They also use something called contextual tags. These tags essentially instruct the AI on how to interpret phrases or sentences, enabling it to mirror natural human responses to different conversational tones and emotional cues. Like if the AI encounters a phrase like, I'm not sure, it might be tagged to speak with a hesitant tone.
That's really clever. So it's
Yeah.
not just about the words themselves, but the way they're used and the emotions they convey. How do they train the AI to model emotions so convincingly?
ElevenLabs has developed some really unique training techniques. They focus on capturing subtle emotional cues, which is critical for applications like storytelling and customer support. They train their models on vast data sets, including voices that express a wide array of emotions. This allows the AI to recognize and produce different tones that align with the text it's given. For example, they've trained their models to detect and express sarcasm, which is notoriously difficult for AI because it relies so heavily on tone of voice. But they've managed to achieve this. They've also trained their models to adjust vocal quality and tone to reflect emotional shifts in audiobook narration. This makes the narration feel much more authentic and engaging.
That's remarkable. It's clear that ElevenLabs is going above and beyond to create AI voices that are truly expressive. Now let's shift gears and talk about how this technology is being applied in the real world. We've touched on audiobooks, but I'd love to hear more about how ElevenLabs is making an impact in this area.
Well, audiobooks are a prime example of where ElevenLabs technology shines. Their systems can narrate in different voices, modulating pitch and intonation to match the personalities of different characters, creating a truly immersive listening experience. Imagine a mystery novel where the AI narrator uses a hushed, suspenseful tone during a tense scene. Then, when a character discovers a crucial clue, the AI shifts to a more excited and upbeat tone. This ability to capture those subtle emotional shifts really elevates storytelling to a whole new level.
It's like having a professional voice actor at your disposal ready to bring any story to life.
Yeah.
And beyond audiobooks, the potential of ElevenLabs technology for interactive voice assistants, especially in customer support, is immense. What kind of impact could these realistic voices have in that field?
Well, think about the bigger picture. Realistic, emotionally intelligent AI voices could revolutionize customer support. Imagine interacting with an AI assistant that not only understands your questions, but also senses your frustration or excitement and responds accordingly. That's the kind of empathetic interaction that makes a customer feel genuinely heard and valued. Let's say a customer is calling about a problem they're having and their frustration is evident. An AI assistant powered by ElevenLabs could detect that frustration in their voice and respond with a calm, reassuring tone, helping to de-escalate the situation. On the other hand, if a customer is calling to express excitement about a new product or feature, the AI could mirror that excitement, creating a more positive and engaging interaction.
It's like having a customer service representative who can read your emotions and respond in a way that feels authentic and human. And this kind of technology could also be transformative for personalized AI companions and therapy bots. The ability to build trust and rapport is crucial in those areas, and having a realistic, empathetic voice could make all the difference. What are your thoughts on that?
You're absolutely right. When it comes to sensitive areas like mental health support, having an AI that can convey empathy and understanding is incredibly important. Eleven Labs' ability to incorporate those qualities into their voices could make AI companions and therapy bots much more effective. Consider someone using a therapy bot to practice mindfulness or relaxation techniques. A calming, steady voice guiding them through breathing exercises could make the experience much more soothing and effective. And if the AI can subtly adjust its tone to convey warmth and non-judgmental support, that could further enhance the user's comfort and trust.
It's all about creating a sense of human connection, even when interacting with a machine. And what's truly remarkable is how accessible ElevenLabs has made this technology. It's not just for big tech companies. Individuals and small businesses can also create and use these amazing AI voices. They offer voice cloning, personalized voice experiences. It's really quite impressive. Speaking of voice cloning, could you walk us through the process of creating a custom voice clone with ElevenLabs? How easy is it to do?
Well, it's surprisingly straightforward. All you need is a short voice sample, which you can easily record and upload to their platform. ElevenLabs' AI then analyzes that sample, breaking down your voice's unique characteristics, things like pitch tone and cadence. From that analysis, they create a voice profile that can be used to generate audio in your voice. It's like having a digital twin of your voice ready to speak whatever you want it to say.
It sounds almost like magic.
Yeah.
How long does it usually take to generate a voice clone?
The processing time depends on the quality and length of your voice sample, but it's generally quite fast. You can typically expect a usable voice clone within minutes to a few hours. That quick turnaround time makes it easy for users to experiment and create different voice clones for different purposes.
That's impressive. I'm sure our listeners are curious about the cost.
Yeah.
Is creating a voice clone with ElevenLabs expensive?
Not at all. ElevenLabs has a very flexible pricing structure to accommodate a wide range of users. They have options for personal use, professional use, and even enterprise-level solutions.
Could you give us a bit more detail about those different pricing tiers? What can users expect to pay?
Sure. Their personal and small business plans are designed to be very accessible, often with monthly subscription options. These plans are perfect for individuals or small businesses who want to create branded voices, produce audiobooks, or generate content for social media. For larger companies with more demanding needs, ElevenLabs offers enterprise solutions with custom pricing. These solutions typically include bulk access to voice cloning, advanced customization options, and dedicated support from their team.
It sounds like they've really made an effort to make this technology accessible to everyone, regardless of their budget or technical expertise. Now, I know we've touched on some applications already, but could you give us a rundown of the most popular uses of ElevenLabs voice cloning technology?
Absolutely. It's being used in a wide range of fields, and the list keeps growing. Content creators are using ElevenLabs to create consistent, high-quality audio for their videos, podcasts, and other digital media. Having a branded voice that sounds professional and engaging can really elevate their content. Authors and podcasters are using ElevenLabs to bring their books and articles to life with realistic narration. They can choose from a variety of voices and even create custom voices that practically fit the tone and style of their work. Companies are increasingly incorporating ElevenLabs into their customer service and virtual assistant systems. Having a personalized, empathetic voice can make interactions feel more human and engaging, leading to higher customer satisfaction. And in the field of e-learning, ElevenLabs is being used to create engaging, accessible content for people with different learning preferences. They can tailor the voice to the subject matter and even create multiple voices for different characters or perspectives.
It's inspiring to see how this technology is being used in so many creative and innovative ways. But let's face it, creating truly realistic AI voices is a complex endeavor. There are bound to be challenges along the way. How is ElevenLabs addressing some of the hurdles that come with developing this kind of technology?
That's an important point. One of the biggest challenges in AI voice synthesis is preventing that robotic sound that can make the voice feel artificial. ElevenLabs has tackled this head-on by introducing more variety into their voice's speech patterns and tonal shifts. They've also paid close attention to those tiny details like pauses, breaths, and even subtle lip smacks that add to the realism.
It's often those seemingly insignificant details that make the biggest difference, isn't it? They can transform something from merely functional to truly captivating.
Absolutely. And that same meticulous attention to detail is evident in how ElevenLabs is addressing the challenge of computational efficiency. They understand that for this technology to be widely adopted, it needs to be fast and efficient. No one wants to wait hours for a short piece of audio. So they've invested a lot in optimizing their models and algorithms to streamline the process without compromising quality. This allows them to generate high-quality audio in a fraction of the time it used to take, making their technology much more practical for real-world applications.
That's a critical consideration, especially as we see more and more applications for AI voice synthesis emerging. And speaking of applications, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the potential impact of this technology on the entertainment industry. We've talked about audiobooks, but what about things like movies, video games, and even live performances? Could we see a future where AI voices are seamlessly integrated into these forms of entertainment?
That's a fascinating question, and the potential is definitely there. Imagine a movie where different characters are voiced by AI, allowing for greater flexibility in casting and even the creation of entirely new characters with unique vocal qualities. Or think about video games where non-player characters, NPCs, have more realistic and engaging voices, making the game world feel more immersive and alive. And in live performances, AI voices could be used to create stunning vocal effects or even allow singers to perform in multiple languages in real time.
The possibilities seem endless. It's exciting to think about how this technology could revolutionize the way we create and experience entertainment. But of course, with any new technology, there are always concerns about potential job displacement. Some people worry that as AI voices become more realistic and accessible, they could replace human voice actors.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's a valid concern, and it's a conversation we need to have as this technology continues to evolve. It's important to remember that AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. It's certainly possible that AI voices could automate certain tasks that are currently done by human voice actors, such as narrating corporate training videos or providing voiceovers for commercials.
Do you think there will still be a need for the creativity, nuance, and emotional depth that human voice actors bring to their craft?
I think there will always be a demand for that uniquely human touch. There's something about the human voice, the way it conveys emotion and connects with us on a deeper level that AI can't fully replicate, at least not yet.
Perhaps we could see a shift toward more specialized roles for human voice actors, focusing on characters that require a high degree of emotional complexity or those that need to interact in real time with audiences. AI voices could free up human voice actors to focus on more creative and challenging projects rather than the more mundane tasks.
I think that's a very likely scenario. It's about finding a balance, a way for humans and AI to work together to create even more compelling and innovative forms of entertainment. The key to achieving that balance lies in education and adaptation. Voice actors need to be aware of the capabilities of AI and how it might impact their work, and they need to be willing to adapt their skills and embrace new opportunities.
It's not about fearing the technology, but understanding its potential and finding ways to integrate it into our creative processes. And on the flip side, developers of AI voice synthesis technology need to be mindful of the potential impact on human workers and strive to create systems that augment human creativity rather than replace it.
It's all about finding that sweet spot where humans and AI can work together to achieve something truly remarkable. And ElevenLabs seems to be approaching this technology with that mindset. They're not just focused on creating the most realistic voices possible, they're also thinking about how to use those voices in ways that benefit humanity as a whole.
What makes this field so exciting is that it's not just about the technology itself, but about the potential it holds to transform the way we communicate, create, and connect with each other. Who knows what the future holds? Perhaps one day we'll have AI voices that are so indistinguishable from human voices that we won't even be able to tell the difference. Or maybe we'll find entirely new ways to use AI voices that we haven't even imagined yet.
It's a fascinating journey, and I'm eager to see where it takes us.
I think we've covered a lot of ground today, and it's time to give our listeners a break. We'll wrap up this episode here. But don't worry, the AI podcast series on AI voice synthesis continues tomorrow with part 6.